Hi everyone. If you are watching Waku live streams, Waku Vibe Coding live streams, you have seen me trying to hack ZKPassport into OpChan, and then I was not able to really, so I said I'll finalize it or finish it later on. So this is it, I guess. So I'm starting from a fresh instance of OpChan. I've cleaned everything up. Um, and so I'm going through this verification initialization setup. No ENS for this wallet, delegating the key as per usual, and now we're here. Now we have this new section here. You have seen this on the wipe coding session, but basically what it does is it allows you to verify some of these claims. So, am I an adult? Which country do I reside in? Or which country does my passport come from, rather? And what gender is written in my passport? And so, basically, I want to disclose the country, and I wanna show that I am an adult. This can be useful in some countries eventually when we have this kind of a gating or limitation on, for example, cells that are adult only or that are focused on a particular country or something like that. And with other ways of identity verification, you can potentially prove other things. This is just coming from ZKPassport, and there are more claims you can do there, but these are that are feel like generally useful. So we're gonna verify it. I need to scan this QR code on my phone. It's gonna take some time because it's a cheap, slow phone that I'm using for this. And so now it's verifying, and basically what it does is it takes the data from the passport that are imported into a mobile app and locally create a zero knowledge proof of these two fields of this information, basically. So for this, it will not disclose the age. For this, it will actually disclose the country, and you can tweak all of these pretty rigorously in the SDK. And so once that's done, it will also compress the proof so that it's verifiable on chain. And that's what we need to do, as what we did not have for the wipe coding, because we didn't have enough time, and then I got blocked by my own laziness and stupidity and AI not working properly, not doing what I needed to do. But now we do have that. We have the contract, and we can look at the contract actually. And so basically this is a very simple contract that just serves as a registry. We have this structure, so adult, country, gender, and then we just store that structure based on the address. We also map it back to between the address and the unique identifier, which is representing the passport. So if you want to update this, so update your configuration or your claims for the particular address, you will also need to do it from the same passport. How to go around this? If you have a new passport, you basically do the same verification. You'll basically create a new verification rather than updating the old one. So now the proof is done. We can hit this record verified claims button, and so it's gonna check the contract, and if it doesn't find our data there, which it shouldn't, it's gonna let us submit a transaction for pushing the data to the blockchain. And so we just confirm it and then wait, waiting for blockchain confirmation. It should not take long. This is Sepolia. And so once that's done, we will see the transaction ID. You can see here at the top that the transaction is confirmed, and here we have the transaction ID. So we can look at it. We can once it's indexed, we can see what got passed in, and we have basically saw that. So if adulthood is true and the country is ZKR, which is the zero knowledge passport something. It's a fake country because I'm using a dev mode. And so here is the proof, and you can also see at the end of the proof data that I'm using dev mode true. So this is not a real passport that I would import. I could, but I did not here. Yeah, so we have that. We have a link to the contract here as well. But what's also cool is that if we go home and let's say there is something, try something, our store node's dead. I'm gonna just say not anymore and post. And what we should see is here, we can see a flag. The flag is broken I'm gonna make it a bit bigger. I don't know if it's gonna show, but we'll see. So the flag is broken because we are using some random fake country, but then also we see this old person. So I am an adult. I'm over 18 years old. If it was under 18, it would be a baby, and then this would be a real flag. And then we also have the. We can actually try that. We also have the. We can disclose the gender. So I'm just gonna click all of them, verify, scan the QR code again. We need to make the QR code bigger as well. I think that would be useful. So I'm scanning. I will see the updates of the status there. So now it's re-verifying. So it's gonna take a lot of time again. If we take a look at the contract here, what can we do with it? So from reading perspective, we can basically go through addresses and get their states, which is useful when we want to get that for the website. We have these wallet unique identifiers, which we could check if we knew the unique identifier, which we don't know. We could check whether that address and unique identifier is set up. Get verification should give us the same thing basically, and then we can and then we can see this is the contract we are using that is deployed by ZKPassport themselves. And so right now they're only on Sepolia, finalizing audits and a bunch of other stuff to be deployed on many other chains so that you can use it from various chains. And then from writing perspective, we have the kind of create, the set verification. It's like a new verification for an address, for a new passport, and then we have the update verification. So I can see that my proof has been done. So I'm now disclosing an adult, the country, and the gender, and I'm gonna record it on chain, so update it on chain. And once that is done, let's just hit confirm. We don't actually have to wait for this, but we can open it in a new window because it's now cached in the browser. But it's not cached here probably. That this is something I still need to fix, so we're gonna do it here anyway. Never mind. So now it's confirmed anyway. But we're gonna go to try something. We should see a new icon, which is the gender. So I'm also a male. Yeah. So I don't know how useful it is. I think that the adulthood is potentially quite useful. And this is more of like, I have a pseudonymous address that is not connected to any activity because it's a fresh address with some Sepolia Eve. But I can still prove stuff about me. And I think that's interesting, especially with the latest news on like UK ID verification online, where you actually have to upload the ID rather than just prove something about yourself. Anyway, there have to be some more finishing touches for this. Storing it, caching it in a database, fetching for other people than myself. I think that still doesn't work. And obviously a few other things like it's on Sepolia, and then we also are fetching ENS from Ethereum network, and it's probably gonna mess up the RPC nodes and stuff like that. So few more things to do. But this is kind of the state and what I think would be interesting to have in there. We can also integrate Rarimo alongside ZKPassport, and then we will also look at Bright ID and see how that fits in and what kind of verifications we can get from Bright ID Aura. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, or whatever is tomorrow when you're watching this. And happy hacking. Come try OpChan, opchan.app.